The designer I have chosen from the What Was Good Design 1944 to 1956 exhibition is George Nelson. Nelson was born in 1908 in Hartford, Connecticut, USA, to a highly educated family. He studied architecture at Yale University, graduating in 1923, then going on to receiving his Bachelor of Fine Arts in 1931. From 1932 to 1934, Nelson found himself working at the Catholic University in Washington, which led him to a fellowship at the American Academy in Rome, Italy. By being immersed in the European culture, Nelson was influenced and inspired by the European designers and modernist pioneers around him. He returned home to the US with more of an interest in the intellectual aspects of architecture rather than the practice of it. After his return from Europe, in 1945, Nelson published his revolutionary book Tomorrow's House with co-author Henry Wright. This publication caught the eye of the founder of Herman Miller and office furniture manufacturer D.J. Dupree, who then recruited Nelson. Having no prior experience with furniture design, Nelson was made director of design at Herman Miller for his grand view on design and how it connects with life. Nelson harshly examined the role design played in the physical, economic, and social environments of his time. He would often reflect on the working conditions, duties, and objectives in his industry. These thinkings flowed into his developmental process of conceptual design frameworks, which helped him solve project-based design problems. Design is a response to social change. For designers to adapt with human needs, Nelson believed that he must first make a radical, conscious break with all values he identifies as anti-human. Nelson also thought that designers must be aware of the consequences that their actions have on society, focusing on cultivating a broad base of knowledge and understanding rather than specializing in specifics. Nelson's designs were based around the idea of total design, using functional designs to fulfill human needs. Nelson's storage wall design emerged from his book, Tomorrow's House, where he was concerned about the function of a living room, trying to use modernism as a tool to find the answers to the new needs of the contemporary house. The storage wall became a revolutionary idea that combined both architecture and furniture. Nelson's mobile table was featured at the MoMA What Was Good Design exhibition. His design adhered to Dieter Rams' 10 Principles of Good Design, which were the main focus to the exhibition. Nelson's design is easily understandable, serving to its true function of a table which can be mobile using its wheels. Looking at the form and name of the design, mobile table, its function is self-explanatory. The table is very simple, being made out of only steel and plastic. The overall aesthetic of the table is not burdened with non-essentials. It focuses on the essential parts of the design which form its functions. Nelson's design is honest, it is not lying to the consumer. Nelson's mobile table does not try to appear more valuable than it actually is, promising its functionality through its form of being a table. Nelson's table is useful, retaining its functionality while also appearing aesthetically pleasing to the viewer through the minimalist design of line and shape. The materials used in creating Nelson's mobile table, steel and plastic, are long-lasting, helping the design to withstand damage over time. Through taking on such a minimal approach, the design is universal to the never-ending change in society, meaning that the design will be appealing to future times to come. Through my study of George Nelson, I have learned that Nelson focuses heavily on form to function. If his design cannot have a purpose to exist outside of being just an ornament, it is not design. Nelson's designs are very aesthetically pleasing due to his modernist and minimalistic style, making his furniture designs even more functional because consumers can buy his products and put them on display in their own homes alongside their existing furniture. I also have a modernist and minimalistic style when it comes to my artworks, isolating areas of my photography with negative space to create a point of attention on what I want the viewer to be focusing on, rather than including the full photo and the viewer's eyes getting lost in the surrounding image. Unlike Nelson, my artworks don't serve as a physical function. They are meant to be hung up for aesthetics and decoration, not to be transformed into something that can be used other than a visual display.